Welcome back to another episode of PA Whiskey Guys. I'm Chris.
I'm Jesse.
And Johnny here.
And we're on episode 23. Tonight, we're going to be tasting Penelope Wheated. This bourbon is smooth, approachable expression from Penelope. This brand is known for innovation and blending excellence. Bottled at 95 proof, this straight bourbon features a mash bill that swaps rye for wheat, resulting in softer, rounder profile. Aged in new American oak barrels and non-chill filtered, Penelope Wheated showcases a rich balance of sweetness, grain character, and mellow spice. It's crafted for both new bourbon drinkers and seasoned enthusiasts. So
Yes.
the mash bill... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's a popular one that people were, kind of chasing for a little while.
Yeah.
We don't typically see this in PA.
No.
Like we were talking off air here. John, you've seen it once. But it's good. I mean, this is the second time I'm having it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these guys, when they broke out into the scene, I mean, they came out at a slow, steady pace, and I mean, then they caught fire.
Yeah, they did. They're really
years.
popular. I mean, they make a lot of stuff, and I don't know. People love them or hate them. I think from what I've heard anyway.
I have quite a bit of their stuff.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of different...
They're sourced, which we'll get into. It's a sourced product.
Yeah.
Which is people hate on the company they're sourcing from. But whatever. To each their own.
That's it. We're going to jump into a little bit of the history here. So Penelope has Jersey roots. It was founded in 2018 by Mike Palladini and Danny, forgive me if I say his last name wrong, Police in Jersey. And the name Penelope came from Mike's daughter. And like we mentioned previously here real quick, that the brand quickly became a rising star in the bourbon world. And as Jesse mentioned, it's an MGP source product. Sorry about that. And expertly blended, and all their barrels are sourced in MGP, Midwest grain products. Based out of Indiana, they're renowned for its consistency and high-quality distillates. Their main focus is on blending at Penelope. They built their identity on the art of blending and finishing, with each release crafted to highlight the unique mash bills and barrel character.
So after all that, we'll jump into the mash bill on this bottle. It's 74% corn, 16% wheat, 7% rye, and 3% malted barley. Now, this is what I heard from another podcast that I was listening to. They kind of argued, not with themselves, but against the term wheated, that it shouldn't have any rye in the mash bill at all, but yet here it does. So how they classified it as a wheat bourbon or wheated bourbon, no idea. But that's what they were arguing about. And these guys are big in the industry, So it's just interesting. I don't know, but
It is interesting seeing that there is a little bit of rye in there.
yeah.
Even at 7%, that's enough. You would think you would notice it.
Yeah, pick it up for sure.
Like as most, bottles that we kind of review, these guys won awards. They won medals at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition. That was a double gold actually, so people like it, and like I said, it's my second time trying it, so
Yeah.
we'll dive in and see what we all think.
Yeah, this bottle's been open for a little bit too.
Yeah, we've had this since the winter time for sure, or maybe the turn of the new year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's turning the new year, yep.
So it's been sitting on the shelf for a while for me anyway.
Oh.
But
Well, let's get into the nose. What do you think there, John?
Definitely like a cereal grain going on.
Okay.
yeah, I'm getting straight up butterscotch,
Yeah, I was getting the same thing.
which I've gotten before, but not too often.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just like a wheat thing or whatever.
It's definitely got a sweeter nose to it.
Yeah.
Like Jesse said, butterscotch.
I get like a softer aroma of like your confection, like your cake.
Oh, yeah.
But a softer note of it.
Right.
Yeah, and it's nothing's overpowering for sure. It's the butterscotch for me does stand out though. Like I said, which is crazy, You know, the tasting notes that we have, which I believe is right from the website, it's butterscotch, toasted marshmallows, warm cereal grain,
Yeah.
and floral sweetness. I'm not sure what they mean by floral part, but I do get the sweetness.
Yeah, I'm not getting too much of a florally, bouquet type of thing going on.
No, definitely the sweetness, though.
I mean, it's definitely light on the nose. It's nothing that's heavy. There's not a lot of alcohol kind of aroma to it.
Yeah, there's no age statement on this. I'm gonna guess it's, I think John, you said maybe 2.5, 3 years old.
2.5, 3 years.
Which is one of the reasons why Penelope, is they just push out the product.
Yeah.
A lot of their stuff is finished. Speeds the process up, so they don't have to sit on a long aged barrel for a while. And
I wonder how long this is finished for, though.
I don't know. Doesn't say anything about the.
Very hush hush on some of the
It's just
technicalities.
New American oak barrels. That's what it says. It doesn't say anything about any of that. I don't know. They're actually distilling now at Bardstown. They don't use MGP anymore, if I remember correctly.
Oh.
So there's been a transition.
Yeah, Bardstown. They joined forces with Bardstown, and then the parent company, which escapes me right now. They're under that hat. It's like a huge thing that they're doing down there. Like,
because Bardstown used to.
They bought a couple other companies, and they all keep them under one tree. Campari owns a bunch of those companies.
Oh god, all the big
Sazerac owns all those. Like that type of thing. So,
but Bardstown used to source from
they
MGP.
did. They're all making their own stuff now.
So they're making their own.
Yeah, or they have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're the same thing sourced. They were.
Hey, I don't hate on the source stuff.
No, if it tastes, if it tastes good.
Well, not only that, but I mean, you can't blame people that have a passion and want to get into it on the business side. Carry their passion and craft, their interpretation of what they want out of a whiskey into a situation with MGP. They have the resources, they have the product, and it's
Yeah, I mean,
ready to be utilized.
A lot of these people, that master blenders instead of distillers. That's what they do best. They blend.
Yeah.
I mean, on the Scotch side of things, a lot of it's blended.
Oh, gotcha.
And it's great stuff. It's just they don't have the funds to open their own distillery and and do all that. I mean, that's a lot of work for them.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, we're with whiskey, bourbon, and stuff. I mean, you have products that age from 2 years up to 18 years. But I mean, most of your scotches are all 12 years and above.
Yeah, I mean, they're taking a risk to sit
time.
on those barrels for that long time. I mean, how many barrels do they sit on? I mean, we know, just by reading, Penelope's got some, I think, 10-year age stated stuff, and maybe even higher. Actually, I don't even know. 17-year, right? Don't you have?
The light American.
The light American. That's 17 years old.
Which we'll have to review that. That's a
taste note.
That's a heater, but it's got flavor and
it
character.
does have some taste to it. Yeah.
We got enough between us. We could almost do a lineup of just Penelope's.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, you guys have more. I only have a couple bottles of it, but. What are you guys getting on the palate on this one?
It's very pleasurable. I mean, it's light. I don't want to say delicate, but it's got it for a younger juice. It's definitely got a lot going on. I mean, it does. I mean, me personally,
I wasn't crazy about this bottle when we first cracked it, and I think the night that we did crack it, I had probably some other pours that night too, because I think it was a podcast night that we were actually recording, and it's good. It's super light. It definitely drinks under 95 proof, if I had to say that.
It's definitely light.
It's super light,
I don't want to call it bland, but it's light, and you have to dig for the flavors to come out, because
you do a little bit. I'm getting some sweetness. I get a little bit of oak actually.
Yeah, a little bit of a little bit of woody notes in there.
There was a little buttery feel, buttery taste, but not. It's light, very light.
Yeah. This seems like it's very approachable for the summertime. When it's hot, it's humid, it's sticky.
100%.
Yep.
That's actually valid.
Yeah.
That's a good call on that one.
Yeah. I just say I'm gonna rank this on the lower end of my Penelope scale, though, from the ones that I've had. But it's not bad. It's just not
right. I wouldn't reach for it.
No.
this would be a summertime grab for me
Yeah.
if I'm going to sit outside on the weekend. And
It's a, I don't want to say it's beginner bourbon,
entry level.
because it's
Yeah.
low proof. It doesn't.
Yeah, it's not going to burn your palate up.
Yeah, it doesn't kill you.
Mhm.
You know, it's definitely good for that for sure.
Yep.
But I think its overall intention, I mean, it hits for what it was, what it's
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Blended
mean,
to
it
do.
was. It's a $39 bottle or something like that. You know, I mean,
yeah, 34.
you know, and the bottle. I mean, it looks awesome. You know, it's
Mm.
they look amazing. You know.
Yeah, I just realized tonight that each bottle's etched differently.
Yeah.
They all have something different etched into them.
So yeah, I think overall, I mean, we're definitely giving it the green light, but more so as like an entry level
Yeah.
product here.
Yeah, it's a good one to start the night off with. You know.
I have one on my shelf, so, it's there. No, I like it.
Gonna give it the green light too.
Yeah, I give it a thumbs up. I mean, we've been drinking stuff that is definitely more proofy,
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
and it's more. I don't know. There's a lot more. There's less going on with this one.
Yeah.
I can't think of the term. I
Real
wanna
light.
use.
This is
The
real.
overall
Not complex.
profile is it's very
not
shallow.
complex at all.
Yeah, it. There's almost no finish for me. I mean, other than a little bit of sweetness. And
Yeah, it hits the palate and
low,
it's gone.
little low, but it's like I said, it's decent for the price, and you almost don't expect much from it. And I don't like to say it that way, but
Right,
you don't
yeah.
really,
No.
You kind of knew that going in. I mean, we did. I read up on it.
Yeah.
People were talking about it all over, and some people love it, some people didn't like it. Because it doesn't have that flavor. Like, I don't. We mentioned in one of the podcasts, like your typical. I think it was the Wild Turkey 10 or the 8-year, where you smell that, it smells like the baking spices, brown sugar,
Mhm.
caramel, all that stuff.
It has everything
No.
packed into it.
Yeah.
This doesn't have that.
Mhm.
So. But for what it is, it's good.
Yeah.
On the finish for this one, though, it's a little, it's oaky, but a little, like a little walnut to it. But
Yeah,
it's
has
just a little
nuttiness
dry
to
on it.
Yeah.
A little
Oh,
nutty
yeah.
dryness. But other
So
than
it
that,
says,
it's not.
smooth and mellow and lingering sweetness and soft grain character. Maybe it's the grain part
Yeah.
that you're getting.
Yeah, maybe.
So
I don't know. All right, well,
yeah, like I say, I give it a thumbs up.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
Gonna give it a thumbs up as well.
all right. Well, again, don't forget to like and subscribe. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Spotify, and did I say Amazon Music? Probably twice. Either way, we're on most platforms and listening platforms. So like and subscribe, reach out, message us, let us know what you like about what we're tasting, something that you've had that you think we should try. Let us know. Get it out there. And for now, I'm Chris.
I'm Jesse.
And Johnny here.
We'll catch you with the cork out.